Hey there, YouTube vapors. Today I'm gonna go over how we can clean the coils for the Joytech eGo AIO. This little device right here. Now, this is my first time using this device, and my first 3 or 4 coils ended up being burnt up. So I needed to find a way to keep from burning them up. And I found the one thing I was doing wrong was not priming it. You need to prime this thing, and I'll show you how that goes in just a minute or two. But first we're going to go ahead and wash our coils, because I went through 3 or 4 of these things, and I had to get them back out of the trash because I thought they were no good, and I found that you can wash these things. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run some hot water here in the sink, and I'm going to go ahead and wash this thing. I'm going to run it through. Okay. And then what I found out in doing this was the bottom, the firing pin right there, you can remove. So I pull that thing out. Be careful not to drop it down the sink, and there's the firing pin right there. So we're just going to set that right there, and then there's a little seal, little white seal, so we're going to pull that out as well. Little white seal. We're going to set that down. Now, I don't know if you can see it. You can see the cotton down in there. A little dirty. And the reason why I was doing this, because I was getting a burnt taste. Good Lord, it tasted like crap. So I did some research, watched some videos, did some reading and stuff, and the one beneficial thing that I found was that you can clean these coils up. Save you $1 or $2 and not throw them out like I did. So we're going to wash this coil on both. We're going to let water run through on one side for a little bit. Hold your finger over the bottom of it, and then we're going to flip it over and do the same for the other side. And we're just going to keep on washing. Now, seems to be a little bit of wire that's coming out here. Try not to disturb that. That's your coil. I don't know if you can see it or not, but we're going to go ahead. Now that that's done, we're also going to carefully wash the white seal and your firing pin. We're going to let some water hit on it too. Now we're going to take this cloth and we're going to dry off the outside of it, and we'll be able to blow through this thing to get any water that's inside, hopefully, out of there. Once I'm satisfied, pretty sure that there's no water in there, we're going to go ahead and put our seal in. We're going to lightly tap dry it here, and then we're going to go ahead and stick our seal right back in the center right there. Make sure it's well seated. I've ran into a problem if it's not well seated. It could give you some issues. So we're going to go ahead and we put that right back in there. Now, carefully, and I say carefully because this little son of a gun, you could drop it and it'll go down the sink, and guess what? You might as well throw the whole daggum coil out, because it ain't nothing more than a paperweight. So we're going to take the firing pin and we're going to push that right down in the center like that. Now you want to make sure you sit it down in there, push down pretty good, or else it ain't going to make contact, and then you're just spinning your wheels again. Alright. I think we'll be good to go on that. And you have a nice washed coil. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and install this coil. I've already got juice in this eGo. We're going to go ahead and take the top off. Pushing down, we're going to counterclockwise spin it. I've already got juice in here and a coil, so we're just going to tap that, and we're going to set that over here. And we're going to remove this coil carefully. And we're going to set that down right here. And then we're going to grab the coil that we just washed. Now, here's the one mistake that I did, was I didn't prime this thing by putting a couple drops in there. You need to prime the coil before you put it in there. They say 2, I say 3 or 4. Just go ahead and dump some juice down in there. Okay, once that's done, you can go ahead and screw the newly washed coil onto the top carefully, like that. Okay, now we have a washed coil on our cap. So we're going to go ahead and insert that in here, and we're going to spin this thing clockwise, make sure it's nice and seated. And it is. And we're going to go ahead and fire this thing up. Okay. Now we're going to dry pull a couple times. And that's to get the juice that's in here, get it going through the coil and all that. So we're going to go. 4, 5, 6 times, you know, whatever gets the job done. Okay, and then we should be ready to go. And that's it. That is how you clean the coil. And no more burnt taste. Oddly enough, that is pretty cool. I like this device. It makes nice clouds and everything, and I was at a point where I was getting ready to throw this and everything about it in the trash until I did some research. And now I found it, and this has become now again my house vape device. Vape on, man.